Dada. Dada. Where Dada? Get her. She tries to pick her up. My journey with infertility began when Joe and I had our first miscarriage, and that was in 2005, I believe it was, or maybe 2003. And we lost the baby and we were not able to get pregnant. So we started getting tested, and he got tested, I got tested, and the infertility was on my part. I was in early menopause stage, so I was going into ovarian failure. So that's when we started looking at other options. We looked at adoption, we looked at IVF, and everything was too expensive, so we began to do fostering. But that did not work either, because every child that we got, we had to end up giving back. So we were not able to keep those children. And one day I was sitting at the computer. I was supposed to be looking for a job, and I signed on the computer and I just started Googling different words in relation to IVF and infertility, and the NEDC showed up, and that's how I found out about the embryo. Then I talked to my husband Joe about it, and he said that sounds like an option, and so we called and we went from there, and eventually that's how we got Jocelyn. What's your name?
Jocelyn.
What's your whole name?
Jocelyn Garcia.
How old are you?
3.
I'm Fatima and I'm 17. I'm Makaya and I'm 19. We're Jocelyn Marissa's older sisters. When we first found out that Mom was going to get pregnant with Jocelyn, we were very excited. When she finally picked someone, Mom got pregnant. At first, they told us that they would put like 3 different embryos in there, and then they it might be a chance that she might have twins. We were so excited, and we thought Jocelyn was going to be a boy, and the doctor told us that she was a girl, but we were still happy because Mom was having a baby, and because we know she had really wanted one.
But I think that it's easier the way that my parents did it, because she still grew inside of my mom and everything, so it made it a little easier. Mm-hmm.
I believe that it's lack of knowledge and information, because when we share our stories, which we have shared with lots of people at our church, we know several couples that have gone through infertility and they're having problems. We also share with a lot of military families. I know that Joe would call and say, can I give such and such your number so they can call and talk with you about what the process we went through. I just talked to someone about this on Thursday, and she wanted to know about my family and the kids, and she's an African American woman also. And as soon as I said, well, we got our younger 2 by embryo adoption, she said, what's that?
In the black population, women are supposed to be pregnant. You know, everybody gets pregnant. My grandmother had 10 kids and so on. But that's not necessarily so. And what you have is patients who have waited. Okay, they have gone through their career, they've done the right thing, they've gone to school, and they've got education, and now they're 30-something trying to get pregnant. And their whole life they've been trying not to get pregnant. Okay, they've spent a lot of money on birth control pills, and now they're trying to, and they can't. So again, it's as it's with all races, people delaying their fertility. They're doing the right thing socially, that, you know, you wait until you're married, but by the time you're 40.
So I just think that people are not aware, and I think we have to get the word out and explain, because this is a lot more reasonable financially. And I know that that becomes a big struggle, especially for some people in African American families, and I know that it's hard on all families now with the economy the way that it is, but this is definitely a definite route that you might want to view because it's more affordable, and that is one of the big things that turned us on about this, because we only had one income, and regular adoption was definitely out of the question as far as how much it was going to cost. When she was just too much, and IVF was too much. We couldn't even do one cycle of IVF because our insurance would not cover any of it at all, and so everything was going to come out of pocket. Once we decided this is what we were going to do, we were so excited about it. We discussed that we didn't even care if there were not enough African American donors available, or we did not choose the ones that were available. We did say that we would go with the biracial. That was our next selection. We did not mind that at all. So I think that I can't say that that would be the case for all couples. And so I think it would be good to have even more African American donors available so that when you have couples come in, that option is available.
How many black patients you start out with? How many have a successful cycle? How many end up having excess embryos? So that makes all the sense in the world. That's why as you said, you have more mixed embryos or white embryos or stuff. And we also see in Asian populations, not a lot of Asian embryos available. And there's so many different factors to it. But I think the basic is economic. That's why I think the root of it is. We have less people coming in to the system, so we have subsequently less embryos at the end point.
We had Jocelyn, and she was born November 25th, 2008. And we knew that we wanted one more. We decided to go back to NEDC, which we knew we could count on them. We were successful with Jocelyn, and we felt like we would be very successful again. Through that process, we got Marissa. And this is Marissa. And so we now, say hi. Say hi. So we now feel like our family is complete because Jocelyn and Marissa now are growing up together. Because
I love my family.
I love my friend.